And what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome into a Monday night once again of season number 5. How about we jump ahead about 3 years, Crumps? No, of week number 5 of season number 2 of the Abiding Bicycle Racing League. As I trip over every word humanly possible, let's get into our first race of the night here. So again, welcome in one and all, and let me flip this on over. Again, you can see our first race of the night, Mr. I Cried Tears Around My Room as a pregame ritual. Mr. Vendryth on the left-hand side, your San Diego Chargers representative, coming in at 2-2 on the season. Against Mr. 17Puffins on the right-hand side, your Oakland Raiders representative, also 2-2. Now, these two are in the same division. Yeah, can I sign up for Season 5? No, we're taking sign-ups for Season 6, man. Season 5's already on. Oh, I love you guys. Anyways, so these two are both 2-2. They're in the same division, and they are facing off head-to-head to see who is going to take control of the division tonight. So again, we got plenty more of this coming up later. Let's just say there's an undefeated matchup coming up real soon here, but we'll get to that after this race. Either way, like I said, these two are on a call, so they're good to take off any time that you guys are ready to. During that time, let me explain what we do here is a best 2 out of 3 race between these two racers, but all the way down through the womb too. So the original stopping point, Mom's Heart. All you have to do is get a mom kill on your account to get a point at the bottom of the screen. Now, notice I said mom kill. That means you can kill the devil if you really want to. Magic, I'm looking at you. Long story, we'll put the link in chat for you. Either way, though, there are 7 banned items within the league that nobody can pick up. You can see we're both using Isaac, so they start with the D6. But nobody can pick up these 7 items, which are going to be linked up in chat. There we go. Which, like I was saying, are, beat you to it, are Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. So again, none of those items can be picked up, but if you have your D6, you are allowed to re-roll those into something else. Hopefully it turns into something useful. That's why we allow them to re-roll these items. We'll get to usages on each of them when we come up to them. In the meantime, though, here is a link into both of their channels, so go in and wish them both good luck. And again, whenever these guys are ready, we can get this thing rolling here. So again, best of luck to both of these guys. I know they're on a call, so they'll be doing their own countdown. Again, I'm recapturing 2 streams, so there may be a slight delay when one takes off, so be prepared for that. Other than that, though, it's all good. Looks like Ben's resetting a few things here to make sure. Obviously, we'll give him as much time as they need here. Ben's making sure that he's got all of his keybinds set the way that he wants to. Excuse me, sorry about that. That's why they're on the ban list, XO, so that the racers can actually get something useful out of them. Because otherwise it's just, well, I gotta leave an item behind. That sucked. And then they have to keep moving on. So we figure at least at that point, let them reroll. Yeah, we got Vendryth on a Curse of Darkness. Again, it's a really small floor on the basement one. You don't really have to worry about that too much, quite honestly. It's never really gonna mess with you too bad. What's up, man boy? How you doing? Yep, exactly, Exodine. Exactly. And just like that, we're off and running. So, oh wow, we got Puffins on the right side picking up money equals power to start off his run. For every coin he picks up, he's going to get a damage up off of this item, and he gets a little base damage up to begin with, if I'm not mistaken as well. So very nice start there. We got the ball chinny in after 1 reset for Vendryth, so he's got 4 red hearts now. And again, if you guys want to see any of the items, should I happen to miss anything, check out this wiki, well, this new wiki page, I should say, that's Fazbot's link in platinumgod.co.uk. Hover over any of the items that you see being picked up. Literally, you'll be able to see them just by, looking at it. And hover right over, you'll be able to see exactly what each one of the items does, should I miss anything. That includes cards and trinkets on there, so be sure to check that out. And quite honestly, if you're starting with the game, keep that open. Gonna help, trust me. Yeah, me missing anything? No, I do it all the time, trust me. On that note, we got Puffins in his first... wow, seriously. The first devil deal for Vendryth is actually, as he gets teleported in from a curse room, mind you, a fight against Krampus for a lump of coal. We'll get to that in a moment. Puffins on the right-hand side is down to 1 heart, sadly, but he is fighting the Headless Horseman. Now, should he get through this fight, he's guaranteed to get the pony that you see flying at the top, which means he'll get flying ability and +2 movement speed. But again, this is a bit of a risky fight on the first floor, and Vendryth getting kind of the same screwed over at the moment. I don't really know that you want to see Krampus on the first floor. That's really time-consuming. These are going to be 2 really long Basement 1 floors. Oh, the website's phenomenal, isn't it? And again, thank you, Alec, on that one, because I know you're hanging around in chat, too, but thank Alec on that one. Ooh, worst boss in the game? I would have to go with either the Green Bloat or the Mask of Infamy, and I think most people would probably agree. But there you see Puffins getting on through the fight, picking up that horse, like I said, so he's going to get that flying ability. So now he's going to be able to get right in, oof, I was going to say alongside a fire that's going to wind up shooting at you. That was a bit risky, but nonetheless, he'll be able to get into spaces like that and be able to pick up a bunch of random extra items if he wants to. Oh, Ben getting kind of hosed over, wants to hang on to this key. He was hoping for a better item rock there, but moving on to his boss fight. Again, already holding onto a lump of coal. What that's going to do is as Ven's shots move further away from him, they're going to increase in size and damage output. The longer they stay on screen, the more damage they do. And again, that counts if they're twisting around you too. You'll still see them growing. It's just your range ability is, or your range stat is how long your shot will stay on screen. And it looks like Puffin's going to go on into his arcade, getting that health up that he wanted. I think he's also still just hoping for a key, but not going to spend his money because he wants the damage up for money equals power. And yes, the pony glitch is banned. For those that are wondering, by the way, you can basically just hit the space use item on the pony, which is a charge ability. You basically just sit in a room, don't press any buttons, and you won't take damage. Does Cole have an initial damage down? I don't think so, honestly. I've not tested it that in depth, though, but I don't think so. On that note, we got another devil deal here after health up and shot speed increase for 17Puffins with the stem cells. Wire code hanger on the left for Vendryth is plus fire rate increase, or fire rate gets faster, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Your fire rate increases. And again, he's got a key, unlike Puffins, who is still looking for keys to get into these item rooms. So he had to skip on one. We got the scapular for Vendryth on the left, so if he gets down to half a red heart once per room, that will spawn one full blue heart for him. And again, that's if he's down to half a red heart, so... and I mean only half the red. If he's got that one blue heart sitting on there still, it doesn't count, so it won't proc at that point. Still very good, though. That has saved quite a few of our racers more than once this season. Thank you, Tarini. Thank you. How you doing today? And we got Ben trying to put out a piece of poop, but again, with that spectral tier, it's just not happening. That's one problem I have with spectrals. It makes it so hard to put out those poops and fires if you need to get through them really quickly that I tend to pass on it, quite honestly. I don't like Ouija board. Do not like that item. Oh, yeah, let me get you the link here. And we got Gertie Jr. for Vendryth. By the way, Puffin's finally getting into his item room, wanted nothing to do with it, so, you know, we got that going against him. So twice in a row now, he's basically going to have to leave his item rooms behind. He didn't even get into his last one, so he's still just working with his pony and the one health up here. And a little bit of shot speed increase, I forgot about that too. Got Rotten Meat for a little bit of health up, and another devil deal for Vendryth. Let's see, we got the Forgive Me Now pill, and I was going to say he'll forget the first one, no pun intended, but he'll take Bloody Lust, which as he kills enemies in the room is going to up his damage again, so up to a maximum, I think, of about 3 damage up. It's a little bit over that, but about 3 damage up per room. You get, like, give or take half a damage per kill up to 6 enemies. So you'll watch his tiers actually start turning red the more enemies he kills. Yeah, now you see the pun about the Forgive Me Now pill. That would have reset the floor, gotten rid of his space use item, and he would have gone through his basement 2 all over again if he wanted to. And here you see Puffin's finding his boss fight, so just a slight advantage on the right side at the moment as he has both his item room and boss fight. Well, looking at his boss fight, I should say, on Caves 1. Again, both are on Catacombs floors right now, so it's both expansion floors, so it's pretty even in that aspect, but Ben's still just looking for that item room and boss fight here. Again, though, better build at this point definitely goes to Vendryth for having actually gotten all of his item rooms to this point and not had to leave anything behind, let alone the Devil Deal item. Items. Let me rephrase that. He's got 2. I forgot he had the lump of coal. Can't really see it on his shots, but you can see the coal smeared underneath his eyes. Ooh, very nice pill usage. 2 balls of steel pill there. So there's 4 extra health for Vendryth. He's feeling a lot safer at the moment. We got Peep on the right side. Speaking of Peep, we got the Peeper for Vendryth on the left-hand side. So you see the eyeball floating around very similarly to what Peeper's doing on the right for 17Puffins. That, however, will actually attack enemies for Vendryth. So you'll see if he gets this lined up correctly. It's ripping right on through the hollow right here. Ooh, very nice lineup. And very nice bomb. So more health up, plus 2 hearts as you can see with the super bandage. And Vendryth moving on to his caves too, so now the very slight advantage on the left side. Yeah, Peeper being a bro. Every now and then it happens. Watch out. He will move your bombs, though. That is a fair warning with that item. He's not the safest thing to have on screen. Still good. He does a lot of damage when he hits, but that's when. There you see the Cat of 9 quote-unquote fails, as we like to call it. Ups your shot speed on screen by about 16%. So you'll see Puffin shots actually travel faster. Yeah, Soccer Eye. That's a good way to look at it, actually. I kind of like that nickname for him. Alright, so let's see. Puffin's clearing out a room, looking again for a key to get into the cider room as he keeps coming across him right off the bat. Just cannot get into these rooms. So he's really hoping that a key spawns here. Oh god, this room that Vendryth's in. I do not like trying to dodge in there. Nicely done, though, only taking the one hit in that room. Very nicely done by Vendryth. Speaking of keys, Puffins was lucky enough to get it. However, getting Mom's pills, just gonna take the one, put it right back down, take that pony right back with him. So back off again with pretty much nothing to show except one random pill, which he'll hold on to. So Puffins again with this build, kind of sweating it here, I would imagine. But again, still on the same floor the Vendryth is, so we got ourselves a neck-and-neck race as Venda's come across his item room as well. And speaking of that, he may try to put out that fly first, but speaking of flies, he's got a Forever Alone. So you'll see that blue fly floating around will do tons of damage if he lines that up correctly. So now he's got two friends that'll float around the room doing damage for him. This is a pretty interesting build. Well, number one, get rid of the Ipecac. There is a, if somebody knows it, there is a Synergy webpage on the wiki somewhere that'll let you know how items interact with each other, especially with cases like that. So I'm not 100% sure. I've never had that combo. No, pony glitch is not allowed. Using the pony is allowed, so you can use the charge ability with it, but you can't stand in place and just like, oh, Mom can just keep hitting me for the next 10 minutes. There's the Synergy page. Thank you very much, Nate. So anybody that's got questions on stuff like combinations of items, that's the one you're looking for right there. Great link. Yeah, that troll turtle heart. It's not really so much of a troll. Well, it is. I mean, there's no way he's getting to it. But if he comes across, well, no, he can't even do that because he passed up Lord of the Pit in one of his other devil deals, so it won't show again. He could get Spirit of the Night still, now that I think about it. Ven's gonna hope for Spirit of the Night? Possibly? Come on, devil deal. Oh, there is one. Holy crap. Also, let's see those no crowns. This is a joke for Ven picking up Pageant Boy for his extra money. And moving on in. Oh, even better. Oh my god, both for 1 heart? Are you serious? The Pact and the Mark, he's taking both of these, no question. Damage up on both of them. Fire rate increase on the Pact as well. Plus, the Pact gives you 2 blue hearts to replace the 1 red one that he bought. The Mark also gives you 1 more to replace the other heart that he spent. So yeah, that's a guaranteed double purchase in that room, every time. So wow, this build just got even more filthy for Vendryth on the left side. So Puffin's gonna have a lot more time to make up here. And yeah, again, praise Judas's tongue. For those that are wondering, the, what's the word I'm looking for? The trinket that Vendryth is holding onto, Judas's tongue, made both of those deals only cost 1 heart. I probably should have mentioned that. But nonetheless, that's why both of those were only 1 heart, because normally those are 2 heart items. So that really, really helps. That was a huge health increase, let alone damage increase for Vendryth. So great finds in there. That was a no-brainer. And again, Puffin's coming across this boss fight. Got 1 of these extra flies to get rid of. Done so, and gonna move in and get Fistula. Pretty easy boss fight. Oh, no bomb to get that item rock, though. That sucks. Again, Puffin's also holding on to a Stars card, so now he doesn't need to worry about having a key on the next floor. He can teleport directly into his item room. Yeah, that devil deal was pretty filthy nice, quite honestly. I'd have to update the graphics every week. You can just check it on BOILeR.org. Everything's live updated. Alright, a little bit of health up there for Puffins. And there's that Stars Card teleport I was talking about. Wow, seriously, nothing good again. That was the best friend bomb. Would have replaced his flying, so there's no way he's taking that. One-time use in a room, that would actually draw all the enemies over to it, give or take with a couple second leeway on it, and then explode. So not the greatest thing ever, and Puffin's getting no luck here. Yeah, we got the I Seen Everything glasses now for Vendryth, the X-ray vision, so he's going to be able to see in and out, let alone walk in and out for free of all of his secret and super secret rooms. So again, this build just gets even more filthy. And there, as you can see, with the rule on the super secret rooms. Sorry, capture flying around. That got directly in my eye. Anyways, like I was saying, as you can see with the super secret room that Vendryth just walked into and out of, there was only one way in and one way out. That's the way you have to look for those. It's only going to connect the one time. Also, this room. It always hits people in the AFC West. At least Vend had bombs, and it gave him a troll bomb in there to clear a little bit of a way. But still, this room has actually ended so many runs already this year. It's been ridiculous. I'm just waiting for Tornus to pop up and be like, see, why couldn't I have gotten a troll bomb in there? Lawcat as well, for that matter. They both got screwed in that room. But again, we got Mr. Loki, aka Mr. Cool. But you see the damage up and health up for Vendryth again. So again, this build just getting even better and better. Vendryth going to move on to his depths too, looking pretty darn nice for himself. That damage is pretty overwhelming. Oh, and there's flying. There's what we were, and the smile on Vendryth's face says everything. If you guys couldn't see it, let me get the link in here one more time so you guys can both be in there, or be in both of their channels. But Transcendence for Vendryth in that Seeker room, again, why being able to get into those rooms for free is so handy. But he'll be able to fly now for free. On the wings of Transcendence, Vendryth getting carried. But again, with those Spectral Tears now in combination, he basically has Spirit of the Night without having picked up Spirit of the Night, which is kind of cool. But he's got the Ouija Tears, and he's also got flying ability, so pretty lethal combination right here. Wheel of Fortune card will wind up spawning a jackpot machine for Vendryth whenever he wants to use it, but straight on to finding his boss fight here. And again, you can see with Globins, if they can't reach you, they'll stop moving aggressively towards you. So he's flying right into the center, not going to worry about him. Also not going to worry about his item room, I don't think. Indeed, he won't. So right onto his mom's heart fight, no way for Vendryth to get out of here, so he's not going to worry about the item room. Again, getting Red Mom, you can see who stomps her foot down far more often than normal mom fights. And the new method being used pretty well here. Ooh. I didn't even see the shadow on Vendryth on that one, but wow, getting stomped by Mom again, down to 3 hearts now. That was a little painful, but you see the new method being used. Stand right by the door and just do all your damage that way. That attack fly is going to do quite a bit for you, too. And there you see Vendryth moving on. Both have the Cat o' Nine Tails, aka fails. And Vend wants no part of it. He's going to leave it behind. That is such a fail item, he doesn't even want it. He'll move on to his womb level, and uh-oh. Loading screen time, could this be? And again, if this happens to you, that's his loading screen just being stuck at the moment. Don't press anything, just let it ride out. Or, you know, do that. That works too. That may actually make your game load faster if you pull one of those off. I'm just gonna, like, it does help. I'm just gonna say, Flash likes that. Yeah, do we have another 30-room XL floor, possibly? Aw, Curse of Darkness, though. That's not really nice. So Vend won't be able to see his mini-map whatsoever on this floor, so that isn't going to help either. But all Vendryth is looking for here is just his boss fight. There are no item rooms, there are no stores on these floors. And again, looks like a couple more balls of steel. And we got Bloody Penny on the right side for 17Puffins, let alone his boss fight being Gish. He'll wind up with Little Gish at the end of this. Again, you see the Tar Balls Gish is firing out, so will Little Gish, not the same size, nor with the arc. But nonetheless, he'll fire out Tar Balls for you. The Bloody Penny, anytime that 17 picks up any coins, he's got a chance that'll also spawn a half a red heart for him. Yeah, and before it's a Telepill on the womb too, and just boop, item error. Well, guess we're fighting the devil. By the way, for those that don't know, that is one of the rules. We race through the womb too, and for those that haven't seen it, Magic D250 in the first ever BOILeR race last season. So, first ever. Right out the gates. randomly teleported by taking pills on the womb 2, and we finish in the womb 2. So we had to stop right there and be like, well, geez, what do we do? And Magic actually decided on the spot. There's a link for you, but he decided on the spot, well, how about I have to go kill the devil? It gets you a mom kill still. And that was the rule we made. So on the fly rule. What's up, Otter? How you doing? One more hit here for Puffins. He should take care of Gish. There you see little Gish popping up. And that'll float around behind him, firing out those little black tar balls. So he'll be moving on to depths 2. We got, excuse me, Conquest, one of everybody's least favorite. And I do mean very least favorite. Ooh. But at the same point, we also have an XL floor here for Puffins. Oh, no, we don't. I'm sorry. I was thinking that he was on depths 1. I'm sorry. So he's on depths 2. But Conquest just about halfway done on the left side here for Vendryth. Watch out for those purple shots. They home in on you. They're not fun. Again, very nice use of the attack fly. Moving in a little... Oh, I was going to say moving a little closer, get that attack fly. You would have finished off Conquest right there. But you have to watch out for those beams of light. And obviously when he splits and goes across the room, you have to really pay attention. But we got the white pony, so Vendryth riding the white pony. And we got Puffins riding the black one here. Difference between these. Puffins has got a charge effect on his. So you've seen him charge across the room, basically. Like the horse will do a ton of damage for you. Just like you see right there. The one that Vendryth has got will call down those beams of light randomly throughout the room. Got a library with nothing really spectacular. Book of Sins he'll use one time just to get something out of it. There you see the one random item spawn was a red heart, so he's got that laying around just in case he needs it. But he'll probably check all the different directions here, being that he can get in and out of his secret room, and he is just looking for that mom's heart fight. So Vend looking to take a 1-0 lead here. Puffin still playing some catch-up, though. No, I haven't uploaded that one yet, because somebody literally just found that. Like, for some reason, it doesn't show up in my videos, so... It's really weird. I'm gonna have to basically try to see if I can, like, log in through that and still upload it. God damn my speakers. Whatever. Anyways, Vend has found his mom's heart fight. Like I was saying, going through those secret rooms, it's going to help you. Being able to get in, especially in a race. Also, like I warned you about, Peeper will move your bombs. So just like you saw there, Vendryth got kind of screwed over. So he's down to 3 hearts, but still looking pretty decent. Still has 10 bombs, can put one in the center every time the mom's heart's going to spawn something. So he's looking pretty good. Yeah, Dat Compass, man. The internal GPS strong with this man. I know, it's scary, isn't it, Tanner? There you see the bomb taking out all those knights. Perfectly done. That's exactly how you want to do this. Especially if you're down low on bombs, wait for that knight spawn with them because those are a pain to take out. But here you see Vend just ripping on through. Couple more hits to go. And very nicely done as he charges and uses the effect of his white pony. And Vendryth has taken himself a very quick 1-0 lead here. Very nice run. That Judas's Tongue coming into play for the first time this year for one of our racers. Very, very nicely done, sir. But again, you see the San Diego Chargers got themselves a 1-0 lead here, so we're going to get both of these two reset. Give us about 1 minute here. I'll be right back with you, and then we will get round 2 underway. Puffin's going to look to tie it up, force a game 3. Vendryth going to look to take the night 2-0, so we'll be right back with you. Thank you again for all the support, and we'll get a bunch of links up for you. Yep, just sub 20 minutes. Very nice. Alright, so we're back and we're clear. Just about to start up round number 2 here. And as you can see, we got both of them reset. Just waiting on Vendryth to get back. And he's just sitting back down here. So we'll get this race underway momentarily. Again, we got Vendryth leading 1-0 at the moment. Excuse me. As you can see, we got the score down at the bottom of the screen for you, too. Well, we'll be off and racing momentarily here whenever these guys are ready. So again, Puffin's going to look to even this up in 1 apiece, and Vendryth going to look to take the night 2-0. And again, whoever does win this is going to take over the lead in their division in the AFC West. And if you guys haven't seen the standings whatsoever, let me get the link for you. So, oops, if I could spell, I would have the link to both of their channels. There you go. And what else am I missing? There's the team page for everybody. And there's the click to tweet. What's up, Tally? How you doing? Note that I'm remembering. Anyways, we're off and racing again here. We got Puffin's going to take Crack the Sky. Same thing that you saw in Vendryth in the first race with his white pony at the very end. Same type of ability, basically going to give you 6 random, I think it's like 4 to 6 or something. Or 4 to 7, actually, random light beams throughout the room. And again, if you walk into him, it's fine. Enemies walk into him, mass damage. We've seen basically Mom's foot almost get 1 hit this season by it. It's pretty overpowered when it lands correctly, but it is very random. And again, both with their boss fights. I'm sure Vendryth is going to turn back around, look for his item room first, though. Because you don't want to spend too much time fighting your boss. Again, case in point, you can see when Puffin's used his space usability there, he got about half the damage done on Gemini, so ripped right on through the small part. So now he's just got the big one to worry about here. Chances of that happening again, very, very minimal. Like, I don't think it will, quite honestly. That was really, really lucky. Couple more hits here for Puffins. He'll get a little bit of health up. Does have a bomb for that item rock. And there you see Ven probably... Yep, that's a reset happening. Celtic Cross would have been a random chance. 33%, I believe, that if you get hit, you'd have a 5-second damage shield and be invincible for that time. 0. Alright, so we got Bob's Curse, so 5 poison bombs, let alone poison effect on every bomb in the game. It only matters for yours, though. You can never pick up a damage over time yourself. And I understand if you hover over the crown on that particular site, that it may or may not be funny. So, you know, let me link that wiki page up for you again. You know, just so you might be able to see for yourself. And if I could spell, I would be dangerous. But yeah, let me link that up for you so everybody can check out what's going on. Make sure that you hover over Pageant Boy, the crown. I can point you right to him, Ataka. And we got Mom's bottle of pills once again for Puffins. I'm sure he's going to take Crack the Sky instead. Yep, just going to take the 1 pill on with him and leave that behind. But on to his second boss. We got Larry Jr. on the left side for Vendryth. And very nicely placed bomb. We'll take one of those out easily. Ooh, just barely off on that for Puffins, let alone accidentally hit himself as well. There you see Pin actually bombing himself for most of the damage up to this point. Yeah, me spell good? No. Me spell real bad. Alec, you around? Ataka, I'll spell it out for you. There you go. Alright, so let's see the item box for Puffins. Ataka may or may not be looking for you. He wanted to know who made that site. So there's Eye Priestess card. Again, you see one of every type of item spawn for him. So he also, at the moment, picked up the Isaac's head, which is following him around. You see that'll actually shoot out kind of base damage tiers. It's like having a follower, but in a trinket fashion. And again, you see Vendryth, by the way, totally forgot to mention, picked up the pentagram there, so you can see damage up on his side. Oh, love it. But again, Ven's still looking for a key, though has found his boss fight here. We'll see if he's willing to clear out a few extra rooms trying to find that key for another item room here. Looks like at least onto the boss fight for now. Maybe he gets the same item box that 17 had, and he doesn't have to worry about searching anymore. There you see the poison effect dropping on both of these monstros and ripping them to shreds. Very nicely done. He's got an Eternal Heart for 1 health up on the way down to the next floor, which you'll see enact momentarily. That wooden spoon gives him movement speed increase. And there you see that extra red health container he's got now. And again, Puffins moving on to his next Caves 1 boss. Jesus. Yeah, that wasn't close or anything. And again, wow, very nice use. Oh, except for that part where one of the bombs exploded on Puffins, which sucks. Wooden Spoon, though, will be movement speed increase, so a little bit of damage down. Ooh, decision time. Wow, that's a decision right there. Do you take 2 Guppy items? Guppy's paw would turn, and he's saying no to both of these. Jesus Christ, seriously? And again, we got Vendryth with Pestilence on the left-hand side, so he'll wind up with 1 cube of meat. That's actually going to be our first in this race, believe it or not. That's kind of rare, though, to take till now to actually see one of the horsemen in our races. But nonetheless, he'll wind up with a cube of meat off of this. Amazingly fun part, I wasn't sure you could poison... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you can poison Pestilence, being that he's shooting out poison bombs at you. So that's kind of a fun little thing to note, is that if you have any sort of poison effect, it ain't going to hit him. Oh god, mini-boss galore. We got Envy on the right side for Puffins. That is a straight-up time consumer. Doing great today, Crazy. How about yourself? So again, you can see just when you think you're done with Envy here on the right side, nope, he's going to split in 2, possibly 3, depending on if you get one of the champion ones to pop out of here. But yeah, this is not a fun fight. Alright, Ven finally coming across this item room here, though still no key to get into it. Maybe one spawns? Or maybe he just gives up and goes into his curse room. And nothing good in there either. Ouch. So with nothing else left to do here, Ven's gonna have to move on. Sans 1 item room, so both of these guys have had to skip some item rooms here tonight. Not been working out nicely for him. And again, Puffin's moving on, finally with a key, if nothing else. You see Vend actually going to take some time and do the fight here in his challenge room. Kind of surprised by that, but hey, he wants keys. Still no luck with it, by the way. Something could spawn at the end of the room, so you never know. He's not completely out of luck yet, but we'll see after he clears out all the waves in here. Again, a little bit time consuming, but for the possibility of a key in that item room, it's probably worth it. And again, he is a little bit behind right now. Puffins is on Catacombs 2, aka Caves 2. So he is 1 floor ahead, but not all that much room separates him, honestly. And again, still no luck. Vendryth gonna just have to move on here. Alright, jeez, yet again, coming across his item room right off the bat as Vendryth. So again, technically speaking, that puts him in the lead because he knows where that's at, whereas 17 does not on the same floor. Again, no key to get into it makes that a little bit of a different situation, but he knows where it is. So technically speaking, that puts Vendryth very slightly in the lead. Speaking of keys, Puffins is just like, I got another one, haha, and has come across his boss fight now, so I'd say we're pretty much dead even at the moment again. This is how quickly these things can go back and forth, folks. Yep, you can only I'm error from a random teleport. Exactly. And again, both holding onto a random pill at the moment, so we'll see if those ever come into play, but you never know. Again, Magic D250 last year did that in the womb too, and accidentally got himself teleported into an I Am Error room, thus bypassing his mom's heart fight. He couldn't get back out and had to go fight Satan, basically down in jail. Yet another dead end here for Puffins. They'll say goodbye to one of his moms and just run right back out of that room. Can't blame him. Quite a lot, actually, the Epic. And how you doing, by the way? But quite a lot, actually, but it's kind of cool. It really is. Yeah, and go figure. Vendryth again, finding Judas's tongue. Really hoping that he comes across a devil deal now, because that's, wow, for that matter, interesting. The Bloody Penny is actually going to get left behind for Judas's tongue, because we saw what that did in the last race. It got Vendryth 2 really good items for the cost of a grand total of 2 hearts. Any devil deal that costs red hearts will be down to just a 1 heart cost for Vendryth if he comes across anything. And again, with the pentagram, he's got more chance of actually spawning a devil deal. So we'll see if he can't get lucky. Again, just about done with this boss fight. Wow, that was lucky. Lucky placement on that one. 1 more to kill. Maybe we get a devil deal. Oh, no such luck. But the super bandage, a little bit more health up for Vendryth, and he'll be moving on down to his depths 1. So again, a slight advantage here as Puffin's still looking, never mind, just came across his item room. Can never go wrong with timing, can ya? So he'll be walking right on in here in a moment. We got Vendryth in a loading screen area yet again going into his depths, so we'll see. It's taking a little long. Ooh, now that's interesting. The wafer for 17Puffins gives him half damage taken. All right, everybody's singing. Blinded by the light. Sorry, I'm going to get sued if I do this more often. Anyways, moving on down, and he does get a Curse of the Labyrinth. I'll be darned. So an XL Depths floor for Vendryth. And mind you, he's got a just a Depths, not an Acropolis. So very, well, could be a very lucky find. We'll find out. But he's going to have 2 item rooms, 2 boss fights that will be side by side with the boss fights only. So that will save him a little bit of time there, possibly. Have the sun be praised. There you see a very nice use of Crack the Sky once again by 17Puffins, taking about half the damage off of his Carrying Queen fight. Again, watch out for those red poops, because they will respawn and they will hurt you. Praise it. I like that one. I like that one, actually, though. That's great. But again, we got Vendryth finding his item room. Again, no key at the moment. Hell, no bombs for that matter, so he's got to deal with 5 of these masked knights. And, ugh, I don't envy him at the moment. Let's just say that. Another really good question there, actually, by Fire on Earth. If you have an XL floor like Vendryth does, can you get a devil deal after the first boss fight? No, you cannot. So technically it takes one of those away. We got a God Room, however, same thing. You can't get one of those either after the first boss fight. But God Room for 17Puffins produces the Relic. That means every 4 rooms he's going to get a blue heart spawn for him. So a little bit more health up on his side. Absolutely, you can. And if I could spell, I'd actually have that link for you already. Spazbot will have the link for you to platinumgod.co.uk. That's basically your new wiki page. Well, in my opinion, it's my new one. All you have to do is hover over the item and it'll give you a description on the left-hand side. By the way, cough, cough, wink, wink, check out Pageant Boy, cough, cough, wink, wink. It's part of Team No Crown, exactly. Oh, gotta love it. So again, Vendryth finally getting a key. He's gonna walk right back on over to his item room. Yeah, cough, cough, wink, wink, pekka, pekka. And he's going to wind up with Mom's Bra. That's actually a really good replacement for your D6 in these races. That will actually make every enemy in the room stop in place for you. We saw Ataku utilize that very well in combination with Mom's Knife. That would freeze everything in place. He would walk right up and just play stabby time with the knife, and it was over very quickly for him. I think he's still got our fastest on-record race this year. With that combo, might I add. So I think that was our fastest still to this point. Do good, Moronics. How about yourself? Yes, indeed it is. So sub 12 minutes on that one for anybody wondering. And again, in practice, Tornus has had a 9-minute, 7-second knife run. So, yeah. Ooh. Speaking of, oh yeah, we got the Steven damage up tumor for 17Puffins, so his shots will now do more damage. Very nice. 1154, I'm sorry. That was close. I was close. I couldn't remember the exact number on it, so I just said sub 12. But again, finding his boss fight, 17 will be moving on into the Steps 1 boss. At least most likely. I'd be perfectly happy with the +2 damage off of that. When we hold still, will he. And again, fighting Monstro 2. And wow, I can't believe he didn't get that caught in the pattern. There you go. Wait for it to twitch twice. 1, 2. Move off to the side or the bottom. Move right back in. I tend to just run completely to the other side to make it easier because I lose the pattern far too easily like this. But just watch him, watch Monstro 2 twitch his head twice. Move right on off to the side. Ooh, yeah. What's up, boss? How you doing, man? Thank you, Sevens. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate the compliment. Indeed you did, Jeller. What that is on the... Excuse me again, sorry about that. Damn waffles. Either way, what you heard there was called The Clubbing of Isaac. It's a Big Giant Circles remix of songs, obviously, off of the original soundtrack, and it's actually included in the Binding of Isaac soundtrack. Especially, like, the one that I got off of Steam has it in there, and I believe even if you get it off of Danny B's Bandcamp site, I'll just call it Bootcamp. Not quite the same. Either way, if you get it off of Danny B's site, I think it's still on there as well, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it should probably be on Big Giant Circles. But yeah, phenomenal song right there. The entire album's good. You can get it really, really cheap if somebody wants to link that up. It is well worth the price. There you go. Thank you, Ducat. There's the links for you to get to Danny B's sites. And there you see an item rock getting, well, Puffins ain't gonna really worry too much about the coin in the center. Again, we're in a race, so people always ask, like, why did Puffins just leave that coin behind? Like, why wouldn't you pick that up? It makes so much sense to grab it, blah, blah, blah. In a race situation, it really doesn't make that great of a difference. It's there and he knows it is, so maybe if he goes into a store or he comes across a judgment, maybe he'll go back and grab it, but yeah, it's really just not that necessary, especially with coins. But he's come across his item room here. Those are kind of necessary. Another key for fun, might as well. And, ooh, yeah, that he'll take. Technology. You want to talk about a tier changer? We're going to have a little bit of a race on our hands here momentarily. So again, Vendryth still looking for his second item room and or both of his boss fights on this XL floor. And now we got 17Puffins with a technology laser for his tiers, just looking for his mom's foot fight. Oh, everybody loves technology. Everybody loves that item. What's up, Slack? How you doing? And speaking of that second item room, Jesus Christ. See what happens? I'm reading names out of chat instead of saying what I should on screen. You two have raced this year, and that fucked with me even more. But nonetheless, Vendryth coming across his second item room, not Slack. He races next, not Slack. Like I was saying, though, 17 was just looking for his boss fight, is fighting his mom's foot at the moment. So again, just a slight advantage now, as Vendryth is going to have to go, not only just go into this item room, grab it, but also still come across back-to-back boss fights. And once again, X-ray vision for Vendryth. Second race in a row, he'll be able to get in and out of all of his secret and super secret rooms. Speaking of judges, will he do it? No, he knows he's behind, so Vendryth is going to run on ahead. Rocket launcher. Wait, what? But again, going in and out of the secret room, we'll see which way Vend is going to check here. And one or two more hits. 17 will be done with his mom's foot fight. Oh, he was behind a rock, and oh, wow. What did you hit that killed it? I have no idea what actually hit mom's foot there to kill it, but nonetheless, 17's done with the fight. I'm not quite sure what ended it. Now the question, which do you take with you? Decision time. Polaroid, Isaac's head. Polaroid, Isaac's head. Isaac's head wins. So you'll see the Isaac's head following around 17 the rest of the time. Could this be another XL floor incoming? We have our loading screen error, so let's see what happens here for 17. This could be really, really quick on his side. Or again, could be a 34-room XL floor, which we've seen all sorts of times this week. Speaking of XL floor, he's got it. Curse of the Labyrinth, and again, 2 boss fights back-to-back is all that 17's going to look for here. And he's going to try to even this up in one match apiece. Alright, so we're already coming across a dead-end room here. Welcome to an XL floor, where every turn you make can be the last thing that you do. Gotta love it. So let's see, moving on. Which way will we try now? Let's try upwards. Alright, there is another way out of here. So again, it's all a matter of just coming across your boss fights here. If you're getting not so lucky, like let's say the Lockhat and Fat Shuffler this week, it may take you a while. But again, you could get very lucky and it could just be like, oh look, I found my boss fights, and you're done. So again, XL floors can either make or break you, and it's all luck, honestly. Or compass. Compass helps. Or in Casper's case, your inner compass. If you can turn that on and hone it very well, you're golden. So let's see, moving on to the middle here. Yeah, the XL floor, and so it begins. You guys need to know about the schedule at all? We got everything you need on the front page of BOILeR.org, but our next race is going to come up at, I can't do math, 10 p.m. Eastern. I had to think about my time versus when it was in Eastern. I don't even live in Eastern time zone, and I put everything in Eastern. How stupid am I? Either way, though, we got another race coming up in about another hour, 5 minutes. And again, we got Monstro 2 for Vendryth, who he's about halfway done with already, and you see the other boss room attached here, so he'll be working right on into his mom's foot fight. And then pretty much hoping for the same type of XL floor or a lot of luck on both of his womb floors. And again, you see 17 leaving money behind. Pretty useless for him right now. There are no stores down here, so the best you're going to find to use your coins on are wow, is a Judgy. Can we get a Judgy, please? I swear this game hears me, or Edmund's just watching and like, alright, he's about halfway through the sentence. Click judgment. Anyways, a little bit of health up there for Puffins, and he'll keep looking. We're into mom's foot fight here for Vendryth. But again, will it be too little too late, as we got both of our boss fights found on 17Puffins' side, so he's got his 2 back-to-back boss fights just about to happen. And again, the second of those may or may not even this thing up at 1 race apiece for him, so we'll see what happens here. Wow, nothing but money. Totally not what's needed. But moving on in, we got Conquest again. Ugh, not who you want. Oh, especially with that. Like, here's the worst part. He's all, both of these guys, and I'm probably going to skirt up and be like, oh, geez, 17Puffins didn't use his Crack the Sky too well. It's because Conquest has it as well every time he leaves the screen, and I keep forgetting about that. Again, down at 1 hard left here. Vendryth hoping not to get hit by anything. I'll refresh his momentarily, as I just got a brief moment of lag. And welcome to the internet, where I try to watch 3 casts at the same time and rebroadcast 2 of them, so it doesn't work out too well. Yeah, so we meet again, Conquest. Woohoo! Just missing the hand there. I think the cube of meat might have actually blocked Mom's hand for Vendryth. That may have been a game over otherwise. That was close. But nonetheless, getting on through the fight, a little bit of health up and shot speed increase with stem cells, and he'll move on to the womb as well. And no such luck, only getting the womb 1, so he's really going to have to rush and hope for the best here. And Dad Countcast power. Gonna take the lucky toe with him. That'll up his gambling chances. Basically, it does not actually up your luck chance, which is really strange, or your luck stat, I should say, which is kind of strange, but gives you basically, I'm trying to think if that still gives you the good pills or not. I can't even remember. Again, let me link up. Where is it? Help if I was clicked into chat before I try to start typing. There you go. Let me link up the wiki page. That'll be the easy way for everybody to find out. All you have to do is hover over items. There's Conquest. I was waiting for him. Again, those purple shots will home in on you, so you have to be really careful. Ooh, nice timing on that. Gonna be a little more helpful to be able to fly, so with the exact same space usability on it, you might as well also take a speed increase and the ability to fly and not get hit by the blood on the ground. Puffins will do so with the white pony and move on into what could be the tying match here. So again, all he has to do is take out Mom's heart, and we got ourselves a 1-to-1 race and a Game 3 coming up momentarily. No, it's got the same damage output on both of these. So this and Crack the Sky, both exactly the same for him. Except for the fact that he gets plus speed with a horse and the ability to fly, like I said, and not worry about the blood on the ground. Ooh, Cancer for Vendryth. That's a huge shot speed increase, let alone that it'll overcap you. And there's the first of the boss fights he was looking for, so still pretty damn good inner compass there. And again, fighting Triachnid here, so he will rip on through this relatively quickly. Actually, kind of surprised he hasn't used Mom's Bra when this thing's been down. But nonetheless, Puffin's just about 25%, if not a little bit more of the way through this boss fight. And, ooh, out of bombs at this point, though. Save that last one for the perfect time to get rid of those knights. And Ven just about done with his fight, so if he can really, really, really get lucky, and I mean really get lucky, also range down off of that pill as he saved it for the last second, open for a full health, but no such luck. One more spider to kill. More pills, oh god. Oh yeah, luck down. Oh god, telepills, that is not what Ven was hoping for. That just screwed him over hardcore. That's why random pills, especially in the womb, can be the worst thing ever, so now he's actually got to run through a few rooms. That's helpful, though. The Ankh will respawn him as the blue baby if he dies. But again, still has to run through this room before he can get back over to that boss room where he was. That was an inappropriately timed telepill, needless to say, but again, it's going to be too little too late anyways, as Puffins is just about done with his mom's heart fight. And he is just a few swings away from evening this thing up, and there you have it, at one race apiece, ladies and gents. So let's give it up for 17Puffins. Very nicely done. Dat technology, working wonders, folks. But again, let me get you the split link for both of their channels. I almost spelled that with a W. Who the hell am I, Diana? No, sorry, inside jokes. Either way, there's the link to get into both of their channels, so go tell Puffins great job. Make sure you're in both of their channels for race number 3, which will be coming up in about a minute or so here. So give me about a minute worth of ads coming your way. We'll get both of them reset, as you can see. They'll find the rooms that they want, and we will get race number 3 underway momentarily. So I'll be right back with you. Thank you all for the support, and go say what's up to both 17 and Vendryth. Alrighty, we are back and we are just about ready to go for round number 3 here. Looks like both of our racers are reset and have found the rooms that they're looking for with their item rooms attached. Again, this is a little bit of a quote-unquote tactic, I guess, if you will, so that they know exactly what they're going to start off with and if they need to reset the runs very quickly. So again, welcome back in. Welcome in anybody that's just joining in. Just in time to see who's going to take over the lead of the AFC West between Vendryth and 17Puffins. We're tied up at 1 apiece here, so whoever wins this one takes over the lead of their division. So again, good luck to both racers here, and again, they'll take off whenever they're ready. They're in a call together, so they'll do their own countdown. You may see them start at slightly different times. That's because I am recapturing 2 different streams. So bear with it from my end. If you guys want to see it as live as possible, let me get to the dual link here to get into both of their channels. And go on and wish both of them luck. And again, yeah, it's holding down R for a few seconds will reset your run real quickly. But again, go in and wish them both good luck. And if you guys want to do a little bit of another favor, here's the click to tweet button. There you go. But again, this one for the lead of the AFC West, so whenever they're ready to go, they will get off and running. Again, good luck to both racers, and let's see if it's San Diego or Oakland who's going to be leading the AFC West after this evening. Johnny, what's up, bro? How you doing? And congrats again, man. And we're off and racing. Oh, let's see those no IPs right off the bat for no Ipecac. Anybody that's subscribed, you can actually use those banned items. Ipecac would normally give you, well, I mean, that sounded wrong. Either way, Ipecac will give you fireable arcing poison bombs, which you can just bomb through every single door on the way through the race, hence why we banned it. Same thing with Dr. Fetus and Epic Fetus. But again, you get to reroll those if you have your D6. Puffin's rerolled it into the game kit. He's on his way through his run, so that'll turn him into Pac-Man and to have a chance to heal him every time he kills an enemy. It's no, capital N-O, or capital N, lowercase o, capital I, capital P. And again, that's a subscriber-only emote that'll be here for the length of the BOILeR only, so as soon as the league's over, wow, really? But as soon as the league's over, we're going to get rid of those, and then when we got next season up, we'll have different ones again. But we got technology again, but this time on Vendryth's side, so a big game-changing shot over there. And on Puffin's side, as he clears out his boss fight, he gets meat, which is 1 damage up and 1 health up. Also getting that Guardian Angel in his curse room for a double-speed orbital, so any other orbital, like the one Vendryth is about to get after his boss fight Famine, like the Cube of Meat, for example, will also spin at double speed and block more shots for you. Oh, snap. Yeah, right, like, can we see some wiggle tech? Because that's always fun. I do have to agree, there's some things that Wiggle Worm actually really, really works well with. Technology is a bunch of fun to see it. Alright, Cube of Meat, like I was talking about, single speed orbital, so that'll be floating around Vendryth for the rest of the time here. Excuse me, blocking shots for him again, but you can see the speed differential between the one that Puffins has got, the Guardian Angel, and that Cube of Meat that Vendryth has. Wiggle Brimstone doesn't do anything. So we got no key for Puffins. Cough, cough. So he can't get into his item room, so he'll be looking for one here. And again, no key for Vendryth either, so he's not going to be able to get into his, so both will keep looking around. Maybe Vend will get lucky, not so much. He was hoping to be able to bomb in through a secret room there. Maybe down here he'll be able to get in. We'll find out. Alright, so there's Mini Mush, a little bit of range and speed increase for 17Puffins on the right side. Again, Ben's still just looking for that key to get into his item room. And no, we're not making stipulations on the rules. Funny, the message seems shorter now. Now it's looking pretty good for... Wow! Okay, now we're looking a little bit more interesting too. So, Tooth Shot, I don't know exactly how that coincides with technology, but I would assume damage up on it? That's interesting, because I don't know when you're ever going to shoot out teeth at this point. You don't have actual tears. That may not do anything. It may... Nah, it doesn't look like it does much for him. Well, that's interestingly crappy. It should be damage up, but it doesn't look like it actually did anything. He's still taking just as many hits on everything to kill him. Yeah, I've never had this combination. Tooth Shot normally would fire out teeth every so often that are a damage multiplier on whatever you have for damage at the moment on your shots. Yeah, well, there it is. He's... Well, then again, it's pin, so I can't really base it off a pin. I don't know, the damage seems pretty damn close. That can't be too much if it is. Either way, we got Famine just about dead on Puffin's side. You'll see that second orbital, the Cube of Meat, will also take on the double speed that Guardian Angel does. We got Mom's Lipstick on Vendryth's side, which normally would be range up, but you kinda don't need that with technology. On the other hand, he's got Pinking Shears now, so for the room that he's in when he uses that, that'll allow him to fly. His body will also run around the room, doing damage to everything that it can by spewing blood onto it. So really, really good item right there. That is great against boss fights. Yeah, range up on tech. Winning. Yeah, see, now we have a ridiculous synergy going on Vendryth's side. Because not everybody can get the timing on, if you didn't see in the last round, like, he just missed the timing on that, and with, like, well, mind you, he's got 5 bombs, but even against Pin, like, you can still rip through him with technology. And with the 1 bomb that Ven's got, don't really need to do it. Oh god, Ultra Pride. Again, watch out for those purple homing shots. Also, don't stand too close to the green guy, because he'll puke on you. Good times. Really good times. But again, with full-on range, Ven can just stay at the far side of the room. I was gonna say, make sure that he doesn't get cornered by the green guy. This really doesn't become too bad of a fight as long as you can dodge and make those purple shots hit the wall behind you. Very nicely done so far. Yeah, well, hello, Edmund and Florian. Of course, in-game version of him. We got the wire code hanger for 17Puffins as he finishes off his boss fight, so that'll be shot speed increase, or I'm sorry, fire rate increase. Boy, I can talk. And he's gonna skip his item room, move right on down to the caves too. So we've seen this all night. These guys are more than willing to skip item rooms in the sake of racing time. Paging Dr. Cobalt. Paging Dr. Cobalt. Florian, what's up? How you doing? Ah, dad timing. So we got Ven down to one sketchy heart right now, so he's got to do a little bit of dodging and hoping for some hearts here. Speaking of, there's one for him. Oh, these spiders. Never been a fan of these. Plus, they split once you kill the first outer shell of them. This is why I don't like them. Oh, God. Okay, that was a little scary. Polaroid enacted already for Vendryth. So there's that 5 seconds of damage shield. Thankfully, you got a very early Polaroid. And that's a trolling heart right there. He can get to it with his pinking shears, but I really doubt that he's going to utilize that. He thought about running out of here. Whew, that dodge and Vendryth scaring me. Yeah, we got Puffins on the right on one floor ahead at the moment on Caves 2 because he skipped his last item room. We got Ven right now looking for any sort of healing. And there we found our boss fight for 17Puffins on Caves 2 already. So again, another question. Do you skip yet another item room or do you still go looking for it here? Also, how did that tech laser not hit that spider? It went like right through it. There we go. Ooh, full on heart. Ah, breathe easier, sir. Breathe easier, Vendryth. Who has also found his boss fight now, so he's looking a lot better on this. Ooh, although that spider came out from hiding, that's not what he was hoping for. Again, if you can take care of these spiders before they move by just hitting the TNT barrels, you're far better off, and you can see Vendryth going to do just that. Exactly how you want to take that out. Extra key on the way, but onto his boss fight here, and he's going to get the hollow. So again, you'll see him pop his space use item, and watch the body run around doing tons of damage here. Let alone, if you think about it, every one of these pieces flying around in back of the hollow can be damaged, so technology is beautiful against this fight. You're going to do a lot of extra damage to it. What's up, Bravo? How you doing? Oh, I'm with you on that, Johnny. I detest those spiders so much. Like, they will just like, oh, look, somebody to just latch onto, and then they're magnetized to you for the next minute. I hate those things. And again, yeah, the Cat of 9 fails, so very unuseful item. Your shot speed increases with technology. I don't believe that actually is going to help you in the slightest bit. Oh, and that definitely isn't going to help you either, so moot point. Getting killed there, Vendryth gonna have to start all the way back from scratch, leaving Puffins well out in the lead at the moment here. But again, only 2 hearts himself, so you never know what happens, although Gluttony is almost a guaranteed way to get at least red hearts, if not a health up out of it. So we'll see what happens after this mini-boss fight. Again, though, also holding on to the game kit, he knows that if he has a lot of enemies in the room, he can get a real big, full-on, almost full-on heal out of it. Speaking of, there you go, almost full-on heal out of Gluttony there, so Puffin's now looking a lot nicer than he was a moment ago, but he's going to keep looking for that item room knowing he's in the lead. And there you go, the long search is over. Item room found. See, Lucky Foot to start with. Vendryth says no thanks, he's going to restart that. At this point, he's looking for something with damage on it. A $3 bill can screw you over very, very bad. If you get number 1 off of that, Vendryth will tell you flat out, he does not like that item if you have no range. But yeah, not many of our racers will take $3 bill. It can screw you over in a lot of different ways in the race. Yeah, again, in a race situation, especially when you're behind, the luck foot isn't what you want at all. You want something with damage. At the other point, though, the Rosary for a lot of extra faith up and those soul hearts will be very, very, very welcome for Puffins. Also take out that item rock for one more soul heart for Krebs. And now he's looking a lot better than he was even 2 minutes ago. There we go. That's what we're looking for Vendryth. Damage up and health up with Stigmata. Very good find. And that'll start off his run, so he'll be back over to his boss fight. And we got soul hearts for days. Plus, again, 17 also sitting on a flat penny, which as he picks up coins has a chance to spawn keys for him. Also, one random pill. We have no idea what that does. There you see the bomb against pin. How to do that one effectively. Vendryth moving right on along with a little more health up. And there you see Pac-Man ripping on through Chubb there. A little bit of health up again for 17. And he'll be moving on to his depths. Oh, with a loading screen again. Is it possible that we got yet another XL here? I see the grin on Puffin's face. He's hoping for it, I think. On that note, real quick, let me get you the link into both of their channels. There you go. And again, go wish both of them luck here in this deciding Game 3 for who takes over the lead of the AFC West. And here we go. Puffin's getting through his loading screen. Ooh, Curse of the Lost. Extra rooms on the floor. And an Acropolis, for that matter, so the expansion version. But getting straight on over to his item room. That's all you can hope for. And speaking of health up, we got the Balchinian on Vendryth's side, so you can see the heart hanging off of his chin. That's why we call it the Balchinian. Well, you get the idea. Peter Griffin, all I'm saying. Anyways, a little bit more health up there for Vendryth, and he's already rocking 6 red hearts by the second floor. That's pretty ridiculous. Pinky Eye will be a random chance that he fires out poison shots. There you see one of the green ones right there. And there you see as 17's picking up coins. Wow, seriously, again? Crack the sky. And actually, I see the grin on his face, but nah, Game Kid's going to be a little more valuable. But again, you see the flat penny enacting as Puffins picks up some coins, actually spawns some keys for him. A little bit of speed up off of the pills for Vendryth, and he'll keep moving on, just looking for his second boss fight here. Yeah, I got last year's Black Widow Ultimate. And there we see Gertie Jr. Ugh, not what you want to see. At least with the poison effect from Pinky Eye. There you go. If you can land those, every one of those shots, and you're lucky enough to get a lot of them on Gertie Jr., just like perfect timing for Vendryth too. But nonetheless, you can see that will rip on through. Most of these bosses and or mini-bosses for that matter, poison tears most of them to shreds. And there you see, making no problem out of that. Squeezy for a little fire rate increase, a couple of soul hearts, and Bloody Lust again. So as Vendryth kills enemies, his damage is going to go up in each room. It'll reset at the end of it. But again, we'll go up for the room that he's in. And Puffin's taking out these godforsaken masks and hearts. I detest these things. Curse Room ain't really so worth it at the moment. Alright, we got Pestilence once again, so another of the Horseman fight here on the left side. So once more we're going to see the cube of meat that 17Puffins also has, but you'll see that because Puffins has got the Guardian Angel, again, Vendryth is only going to spin at single speed by comparison. Whoa! Enough shots there, Pestilence? Jeez Louise, going a little extremo with that. Also, it's like he's firing around the clock at Vendryth here. This is kind of comical. Whoa, Larry, you're cheating. You're walking over rocks, bro. What the hell? So Vendryth just had Larry Jr. walk right over a rock that you can see on top of that locked chest that he has in the center of the room. I don't know how the hell he pulled that one off, but you're a glitching little bastard there, Larry. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, man. No, that goes back about 4 days, Neon. See, now we got Puffins down to just 1 heart at the moment. There's 1.5 as he kills off one of the shopkeepers in the room, so he got lucky enough with that, but 1.5 hearts here. Yeah, death scumbag Larry. again, not really needing the keys. He isn't going to worry about grabbing that one. Different type of pill that he doesn't know the use of. Oh god, another dead end with nothing but masks. Ugh. Run away. Run away valiantly. Okay, very nicely done there by Puffins. I'd tell you to do your research on that one, Ruin. Go back to last year's finals and then tell me if that wasn't competitive. Oh, Puffins is going to get a worse enemy on this floor. He's got the expansion version, so he's definitely getting a worse enemy here. But again, Ven just about to catch up as he is caught up here and is just about to move on to his depths. We'll see if he goes back for his item room, but I'm thinking he won't with no keys. A little bit of range up with Mom's lipstick, and lo and behold, he's not going to worry about it, so on to Depths 1 himself. And again, you can see with Bloody Lust there, as Vendryth kills off more enemies in the room, and this is one where it really shines. He gets damage up throughout it. Oh, but that was the big fear, especially in that room. Puffins down all the way back to start. Now that puts Vendryth, who had died earlier, back in the lead, though. God, these rooms. Enough with these enemies. Like, where do you dodge this? So we got Blood Riots. Puffin's thinking about it. No thanks, he'll reset. Ooh, number 1. Wow, he's going to use it against somebody who hates the item? No, he isn't. He's going to reset it. That was just for show. He wanted to have Vendryth here that he picked it up, I think. Again, if you guys weren't here, Vendryth kind of got screwed over in his race against Slack August by using number 1. That no range on it, really, really a deterrent. There you go. This room a lot easier to dodge for Vendryth. Oof, nice move. Alright, so Ven finding his next item room here. Again, with no keys still, though. Can't get into the room, so we'll see what happens. Maybe he gets lucky? Oh, he did. How about that? Right when he needs the key. Ooh, and getting lucky again. Speed and range up along with his size very much decreasing there. So Ven's itty bitty. In fact, I think his cube of meat might actually be larger than his head at this point. But nonetheless, movement speed increase and range up for Vendryth. R is the hotkey that you're looking for, Herbie. Alright, we got Isaac's head again. That'll be a follower that fires out pretty base damage tiers for 17Puffins on the right. Oh god, Eve's dead bird. Not really going to help out too much, so that'll be a reset on Puffin's side. And again, just looking for the boss fight here for Vendryth. So he'll be off on the one direction he's got left to check. Peeper, not the greatest thing, but technically it's damage up on a follower, so Puffins will take that and be moving. Again, the tiered change is pretty much nothing. It's just one of your tiers goes red. But again, you can see as Peeper goes across enemies, that'll actually do damage to it. And nothing doing in that sacrifice room. No bombs to get into that item rock either for Puffins. I was gonna say we got Ven going back looking for heals, but he doesn't want to actually, I don't think, worry about, with only one bomb, he may not worry about that curse room. Indeed, he's not going to. That's what he was checking for. He was checking to see how many hearts he had on the map and see if that was actually worthwhile to go into, but no such thing doing at the moment. Now, with that bomb, Puffins will actually be able to go back. Oh, very nicely found. So, plus damage, plus fire rate increase, and minus speed on that small rock for 17 Puffins. So, good way to start off a new run. And again, this is going to make worth going back for. Yep, I was going to say, this is almost a no-brainer right here. Ven going to go back and probably blow up that heart machine, get a full heal or 1 penny. He'll at least go back now and grab this other gambling machine, see if he can't get some heals out of here. And right onto a new item room. No key once again for Puffins, so we'll be looking for that once more. This is always happening. Wow, no luck there for Vendryth whatsoever, so he's going to have to go on to his Depths 1 boss fight with almost no hearts here. He's going to go grab the other one back in the center part. So 2.5 hearts moving on. Not the greatest thing, not the worst though either. Kind of surprised Puffins didn't at least take that trinket right there. Nothing too special in the in the curse room, except for 3 friends till the end flies, which will be, I believe, about 3 times the normal damage of your tears, if I'm not mistaken, when they actually hit an enemy. And there you see Vendryth down, as the bloat is not a real friendly boss to be getting when you're low on health. Hence why he was going back for the heals. He knew that there was a good chance of what he was getting there, either being the mask or the bloat. And again, a little bit of health up for 17. Grabbing another free bomb out of that, and he'll be moving on to his Caves 1. Oh, God. And we're starting off with a poop for Vendryth. There is his opinion of that particular item, and a reset. And again, Ven knowing he's probably going to have to go back through. It looks like he was thinking about running through that room, but said no thanks. Excuse me, let's see. 2 of spades will give 17 the 2 keys that he needs at this point. He had none up until that point. And the Rosary for Vendryth. So again, you see the soul hearts that he picks up. Also gives him a little bit of faith, which means more chance of getting a god room and or god items. So if you go into a store, for example, you're pretty much almost guaranteed to find the Bible. Nothing doing off of this demon baby. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Are you serious? A demon baby? Yeah, Vendryth is laughing hysterically right now. I cannot believe that. Unfreaking real. So the Sacred Heart off of a Demon Judgy, are you kidding me? Huge damage increase, homing tears. The pushpin gives him piercing shots along with random chance of those also being spectral tears. So wow, huge find right there for Vendryth, and he'll be moving on to the basement too. And let's see, telepathy for dummies, he wants no part of. That would give him homing shots, which he already has. As you can see, the shots will move around the room, just literally chasing after anything. And Stars card, there I was going to say, probably popping this right off the bat. Halo of Flies for the other 2 orbitals floating around 17 Puffins, but that was a direct teleport into one of his 2 item rooms here in the XL floor. Again, on the far side of it now, so hopefully, never mind. Hopefully he comes across his other item room. Boy, the long search is over. And right on in, he's going to get, he's dead bird. If he gets hit, that'll spawn a dead bird that'll float around the room doing damage to anything that it happens to be smart enough to see. And again, it's very stupid, so bear with that. We got Squeezy again for fire rate increase for Vendryth, which, how can you go wrong with that? And Sacred Heart, so he'll be moving on to Caves 1. And again, technically, we're both on the same floor. It's just that we got, what, 2 more rooms to clear here for 17. He'll be on to his 2 boss fights for the caves. So still an advantage on the right side. How did I get out of here? There we go. There's the split link for you. Nice try there, Rock. I was like, I think you're off by about a row. So close, yet so far away. I love it. Again, you can see the homing capabilities every now and then kind of sort of don't work with Vendryth's Sacred Heart, but it's still incredibly overpowered. I don't really care so much about the homing effects on anything. I actually bypass homing tiers if I can. I really happen to hate them. Child's Heart's more chance that hearts are going to spawn for 17Puffins. Red ones, for that matter. Speaking of heart spawns, he's also fighting Chad right here, which means that he's going to wind up with Little Chad as a result. That'll spawn red hearts for him every couple of rooms that he clears. And again, Ven working right onto his first of 2 boss fights. Again, they won't be back-to-back. He's got another floor to worry about. But again, not finding his item room, I don't think he cares either. And speaking of Little Chad, that'll, like I said, spawn red hearts for 17Puffins every few rooms that he clears. Moving on to his next boss fight, and this could get interesting. Pestilence here. Got Super Bandage on the left, so a lot more health for Vendryth, and he'll be moving on to his caves too. Again, Pestilence will wind up giving, and very nicely found, Balls of Steel Pill for 17Puffins. Gives him 2 soul hearts there, so he's back up to 3 hearts. But he'll wind up with a second cube of meat also. That'll turn the orbital that he has right now, the 1 block of meat, into a full-on Meat Boy head that floats around, shooting out those red damaging tears that you also see out of his 1 eye. So very nice upgrade, probably about the best orbital that you can get your hands on at this point. And he'll be moving on to his depths, excuse me. Yeah, when you need healing, Little Chad is a serious bro. You get like that and the relic floating around behind you, you're pretty much going to be okay. I know we've seen like 3 super band-aids in the best of 3 so far, like a ridiculous amount of them. And 17-1, no part of this room, just gonna bomb right back out of it. Again, still holding on to 5 bombs, so he's got plenty of those to get out of those. And likewise for Vendryth, another dead end, he'll bomb right back out of. And still nothing on either side. Jeez. Huge floors with nothing going on at the moment. Again, we got a Necropolis, the expansion version of the depths for 17Puffins on the right. Normal version of the caves on the left here for Vendryth. There is his boss fight again. I don't think he's going to care about his item room. I really wouldn't care myself, honestly. After having Sacred Heart, I'd be done with items. Would not care. And likewise looks the same for him. And again, we see Chad. So Little Chad going to be following around Vendryth as well, though very little usefulness on his. Ouch. Mask of Infamy for 17Puffins. Everybody, do the F the mask. You know where this goes. No health bar on this thing, though. What an absolute troll of a boss fight. And yet another God Room, if nothing else, for Vendryth, and there's the Relic for him. So like I was talking about, ways to spawn health for you. If you have Little Chad and the Relic, you know you're pretty safe. It's like I spoke too soon. Seriously, I'm going to the casino tonight. What the hell? The next 2 items that he gets. Unbelievable. Alright, so anyways, like I was saying, lots of health gonna spawn for Vendryth at the end of rooms. Every 4 rooms, the Relic will spawn 1 blue soul heart for him. Unbelievable. Gotta love randomness, you really do. No, the miter does not affect little chat. That's always been a good question. Like, so at some point will little chat spawn blue hearts because you have a 50% higher chance with the miter? No, that will not happen, actually. So let's see, onto the item room that I thought that Ven wanted no part of, but obviously it was incorrect, so nothing good in there. That was the Anarchist Cookbook, but it spawned random bombs across the room. No real need for it. So he's going to leave that behind and move right on down to his depths. Again, speaking of that, we got a Curse of Darkness on the depths too for 17Puffins as he moves on to his next floor. Here's a room you don't want to see right off the bat either. Good God. At this point, I would be letting Peeper and the bird do all the work in this room and just running. Because D6 is outlawed in the league. There's the explanation for you. And there we got an item room for Vendryth, so again, with the keys, we'll find out what he gets here. I'm sure, again, he didn't really care too much if he got anything out of here. Just the tiers he's got are good enough at this point. But hopefully something good. Oh, indeed it is. The all stats up magic mushroom. Very nice, including your health. Everything goes up by 1. I believe that actually is a legitimate all stats up. So every single one of his stats moving up by 1 here. So Vendryth now with even more damaging tiers. But again, he's still playing catch-up here. So again, we got Puffins on Depths 2 at the moment. Ven's still on Depths 1 looking for his boss fight. And if Puffins can just find a key, he's got himself his item room. Now it's a matter of coming across that key. It'd be almost impossible for Vendryth to get Guppy's Paw at this point, because he's got so much faith up with everything that he's rocking, there's no chance he gets a Devil Deal. Speaking of, let's see those no crowns, his Badger Boy is picked up, so a little bit of money for Vendryth. And he'll be moving on to his Depths 2. Again, it says Necropolis with no number on there. That's still a Depths 2. Again, that's either an XL floor, or if you know that you obviously just cleared Depths 1, it won't say the number on there, so it is Depths 2. Again, he's got the expansion version. They just basically couldn't fit the 2 in after it, I guess, or something. I don't know what the deal was, but one of those things that got compressed out because Flash is capped to the limit with this game. Well, yeah, anything's possible, but once you get your faith up high enough, and keep in mind he's also got the Rosary, so with those 2 items alone, let alone he's also got the Relic, another god item, there's pretty much no chance he's getting any sort of Devil Deal, ever. That's just how it works. Yeah, it wasn't just lazy devs. If you would have listened to the interview that we had with one of the creators, Edmund McMillan, in week 2, which, by the way, was during Ben Slackaholic' race. Oh, here, let me get you a link for that. By the way, Flash is completely capped out in this game. There's a reason that they are remaking it with the wonderful thing called Rebirth. So they'll explain it in that interview on there for you. So take the time and educate yourself for making random assumptions on things that you couldn't do in the first place. Because it just makes you sound better and really, really jealous. Rebirth's going to be in C++. Hence why, like I said, it's being redone. And nothing personal, but I'll take the word of the creator of the game over random person number 10 million on the internet. Don't take that personal, but that's the way it works. Here's the difference. C++ is not Flash. Flash just sucks. I'm sorry, but Flash is so dead and outdated. And again, Edmund even knows it. He's like, yeah, it's really all we could do at the time, and now we have the actual opportunity to do it the way that we wanted, and we're going to, and enjoy, because you guys are going to be in hell once that thing comes out. The amount of things that they're going to add to it, I'm scared. I'm honestly scared to play Rebirth. But But again, real quick here, we got Vendryth moving on, immediately finding that boss fight here. And speaking of boss fights, we also have 17 fighting his mom's foot at the moment, so they're not too far apart. 17 fighting the boss fight previous on the floor to the one that Vendryth is on. So they're not too far, and you can see how quickly Vendryth got through this womb 1, so you never know. Dad internal compass. Every now and then it pays off. Casper's taught some of the other racers well, it seems. And we got Blood of the Martyr for damage up for Vendryth. So again, speaking of God rooms. Point proven. So even more God items at this point ups Vendryth's faith even further. If there were another God room to show up, which there won't be at the end of this floor, it would, or God room or Devil Deal, he'd have another God room off of that. But nonetheless, even more damage for him, like I said. All the amazing damage here. Look at these tiers. Good God. So again, 17 really going to have to rush here. Because he knows that he has got a lot of catch-up to do at this point. Pardon me, I had to actually cough for a second there. I apologize. Yeah, so who wants Polyphemus right about now? Jeez Louise, like, what else can Vendryth get to up his damage at this point? Like, max his head, like... there's very few items left that could actually up his damage further. Oh, there's quite a few, but given that there's 200 in the game, there's very few left. He's got some ridiculous stuff right now, like the all-stats-up mushroom. There's quite a few that would do it, but damn. Oh yeah, like some like quad shot or triple shot would just be immensely, immensely overkill for him at this point. Good God, can you imagine that? You wouldn't even able to be, like, you wouldn't be able to see anything on the screen. And again, directly into that Skull X first boss fight. 17 gonna look to grab his, well, maybe not be that far behind, we'll see. I don't know, with the way that Vendryth's map is going, he could be on the way towards this boss fight. We'll find out very quickly here. Oh, indeed he's not. Like I said, that was going to be very quickly when we found out, but Skull X should die quickly for 17, and we still got ourselves a race here. Again, 17 gonna have to get a little bit luckier with where... Why the hell is my fan making that noise? Either way, 17 gonna have to get a little bit luckier with the damage being done. And you can only hit that back part of Skull X, so you have to be kind of careful about what you aim for. There we go. Like I said, always take out those mimics in the center first, otherwise you're really gonna pay for that in a minute or two. And going on through, that 2 of hearts will double up how many red hearts he has, like, basically in his containers at the time. So if he gets down low on health, he can pop that and double it back for a full health bill. But again, finding his boss fight here, 17 gonna have to really rush now, as they're both on the same floor, but 17 does not know where this mom's heart fight is, and Vendryth has a ridiculous amount of damage, so the rush is on the right side, let's just say that. Again, as you can see, that damage, he's already about 50% of the way through on the left side. Vendryth rocking Mom's heart at the moment here. Puffins still no luck, looking for absolutely any sign of this boss fight. But it may already be too little too late. Sans 50% here for Vendryth. Getting down even lower at this point. And yeah, that one's pretty much over. Puffins knows it too, because one more swing, and that one's going to do it, ladies and gents. Your new leader in the AFC West. Your San Diego Chargers, Mr. Vendryth, on a hell of a comeback there, sir.